too, man, on carbon dating. We're gonna continue on this though. Can you go back to the comments? Let's see. Ready.
Yep.
Let's see. If you want to read through some of that, I'm trying to find some.
Okay. It says I just want to comment on this part.
Okay.
It says, like you say, this has been proven by carbon-14 dating. How did you prove how old our race is by carbon-14 dating? That that would mean they probably maybe tested some bones or something like that. But shit, how do you know you found all the bones? There could be some bones that already deteriorated because they were so old from before that, right? So once again, assumptions, more assumptions. And Esau considered what we teach to be creationism. Well, when they made all this false science and shit, and the Big Bang and stuff, all they did was take creationism and try to change it around. It says a Big Bang, right, which is a random occurrence of energy, and then the earth formed a molten ball. Then the elements begin to line up perfectly in the earth, including oxygen, nitrogen, so it just so happened to form life, form water. It's madness. It's false science. Science come from the Latin scientias, meaning information. Everything, in that false science everything is a chance. It's a random occurrence. But that's not true. We know, of course, from your daily life, there are spiritual things that happen. There are times when you have deja vu. There are spiritual things on this earth that you cannot answer. Questions that the greatest top scientists, they cannot answer using science. And that's what we're here for, to answer those questions that, because some things you just can't rationalize out. You have to be taught. God.
Right.
But I'm going to continue on to her comments, because like the brother says, good edification. A lot of people like to come on our comment board and come with that essay of bullshit. It says, for the black race, you have the audacity to think that you are the house of Israel is beyond hysterical, which we don't think we're the house of Israel, we think we're the house of Judah, or the tribe of Judah among the house of Israel. Israel is black, Native American, and the Latino people, not just blacks. Once again, the Bible is written to the race of Adam. Well, that's true because the Israelites, we go back to the first fruits, which is Adam, and then through that line, of course, it goes all the way to Israel. So really, it's written to Israel. But if you want to say Adam, okay. Right, then she goes on to say that is the white Adamic Anglo-Saxon race and no other race, which Anglo-Saxon, just real quick, oh, that's not it. Yeah. It says Genesis 21:12, and the Most High said to Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, because of the bondwoman, and all that Sarah had said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right, and then Anglo-Saxon means the angelic sons of Isaac, the sons of Isaac.
That's right.
So these Edomites, but when we went down, these Edomites, a lot of cases, they stole our records. They took our information. They took everything from us, including our identity. Because if you look at, you want to say Anglo-Saxon, you want to say the Israelites, we're the chosen people. Everything we've done throughout history, it can't be disputed. The Romans, they kept a record of us. Everybody kept record of us. So now you have to take option B. You have to become us. Look, that was me. And then these other nations, they're in cahoots. And they're under Esau's spell, so they go along with it until we actually bring it out that look, we're the sons of Jacob, and then they agree. Okay, yeah, that's true. Then they'll admit it. But if we wouldn't have said it, they wouldn't have admitted it.
Right.
So you other nations, y'all ain't righteous either. None of y'all have declared us to be the sons of Jacob. Y'all gonna get a boot in your ass as well. So she said, learn how to read and understand the Bible, because if you think that Negroes are the house of Israel, then you are delusional. Genesis 5:1 clearly states that this is the book of the generations of Adam, blah, blah, blah. The verse is telling you that the Bible is only written to the Adamic race and no one else. All right, so these Edomites, once again, they're obsessed with that, with being at the top. They want to be on top of everything.
Yep.
They want to say they made everything.
You sold that birthright, man.
That's
Esau,
right.
Edom, so-called white people. Esau, Edom, that's who you really are. You sold your birthright, man. Get over.
That's right, Con. They say your race is pre-Adamic, which that can't be possible. Adam, that's the first people put on the earth, according to Genesis, what we just read. Created on the sixth day. That doesn't even make sense. By it says it says Yahweh. It's Yahweh Almighty, and you are the Enosh, which we looked that up. I think it means human or something like that.
Yeah.
They're trying to say we're the sons of men, basically.
I guess so.
So that you have been here for over 40,000 years. Yeah, so you Edomites, y'all losing sleep over this. Y'all all on our comments. She took the time, really took the whole time to
Write all this.
write all this bullshit.
What it say though? All races are separate from each other. Almighty God will never mix races. Now, come on now.
Yep.
She said he'll never mix races. Here it is. Most people on this earth have been mixed with something down the line. You know what I'm saying? He will never mix races. You see mixed couples every day. This is just a foolish woman. He forbid his people Israel to mix. He told them to stay separate. Yeah, he did tell us to stay separate. But we can have concubines according to the law.
That's right.
Let's see.
The Bible is a racial book. This is all about a race, one race. It's all about the Israelites. She keeps saying that the Adamic race.
We just read this part right here.
Yep.
If you could jump to where she talk about Ruddy. It's NASA. Shit, where is that when she talking about how ruddy people?
Oh, that's back up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Flush or ruddy. Adam was a white and rosy, ruddy complexion. Able to blush.
Able to blush, show red in the face, only applicable to the white race, which now we gotta mention who was the first red person, not ruddy, because ruddy actually means like ruddy, reddish brown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can prove that too. I want to say rosy, who was the first rosy or the able to blush or show red in the face person? Only time you read about a person who was red in the Bible, you go back to Esau, man. Genesis 25. And before we even get to Esau, let's see. Matter of fact, we can read on Esau first. Genesis 25. Shit. Probably verse 19 or something like that. Genesis 25. So this is 25.
Pressing the power of the air.
Mm-hmm.
Messing with the keyboard not working.
Okay. Genesis 25 and let's see. Verse. Jump up to like 21. Let's see. Genesis 25. Yeah, we can start at 21.
Okay.
And Isaac, Genesis 25:21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. You can break some of this down, I read. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Right.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And like the apostle brought out some time back, sometimes when they say they was talking to the Lord, sometimes it means they was talking to an angel, sometimes it means they was talking directly to the Most High. But back on this particular topic, it was told to them she was going to have 2 children in her womb.
2 nations.
Right, count 2 nations in her womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. One people shall be stronger than the other. Right, the people that were stronger than the other is Jacob. The elder is Esau. He shall serve the younger. And when he came out, Esau, Jacob had his ankle. Esau being the red. The first came out red. That's what it's talking about. The elder, like all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So that's the first. Besides Cain that we read before, that's the first white person in history. Besides Cain and his line died off during the flood, but Esau is the first white person.
Right.
That's y'all right there. That's your origin.
Mm-hmm. So-called white too, because y'all not truly white. Y'all have translucent skin, and with that translucent skin, you can see that blood up in your face, like they said, rosy cheeks, blushing and all that, turning red. That's y'all, man.
That's right.
When you get in the sun, you get even deeper red. You get darker red like a damn lobster.
Mm-hmm.
That's y'all. Y'all not technically y'all not white. You have translucent skin, and you can see that blood in your face, man, and your fingertips and your arms, all that, man.
Yep.
Y'all are the red race, the children of Edom. So remember, Esau's name was. Matter of fact, Esau. When you look at the name Esau, is what in the Hebrew? Ashashma, which means wasted away. What was wasted away about Esau? His pigmentation, because we can go ahead.
They go off again.
Yeah, they going off in the blue letter Bible. Talking about it mean hairy. No, it means wasted away. Let's see. Already divine blessings with him in the world. Yeah, it's supposed to say wasted, man. It's supposed to say wasted. Now, Esau, he was wasted away, man. What was wasted away about him? His pigmentation. See, Esau, he changing shit up now that this truth going so hard, man. He going in there, he changing things up, man. Try to cause confusion, try to hide his hand. Trying to hide who he truly is, man. Scripture say he's going to be a fugitive and a vagabond, man. He running from justice, man. He running from who he is. Let's see. I keep reading on it. And the first came out red all over. Did we read 24? Okay, 24. And when her days were to be delivered, Salaki, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. You want to speak on that a little bit?
Oh yeah. See, they were twins. He came out with that red skin, his blood showing through his skin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't have a white man and a white woman that give birth to a black child, no matter how much that child is in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually that glaze is going to fall off and that white skin is going to pop up. Or if they do have a child that has some pigment, eventually that white skin is going to pop up back in their lineage. That dominant white skin, or not dominant, but that recessive white gene is going to pop up. But 2 black people, they can have birth to a white child, which, like we showed before, albino.
Yep.
Yep.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that, his brother came out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she buried him. And you notice it didn't mention Jacob's color, man. He just mentioned Esau's color.
Yep.
It never mentioned Jacob's color because Jacob, Isaac, Rebecca, all of them look like everybody else that was around that time. They all had that different brown, different shades of brown, man. Dark-skinned people, predominantly. Esau was the only person whose color was mentioned, man. She talking about red. Okay, Esau was known as red, not Adam. Adam was formed from the ground, man.
They got that right.
Yeah, they got that one right. Boop, that one right there. That damn man of the field. Right there. See where it say red. That one right there where you at. Boop. Red all over. Look at that. Red all in the face. Hey, type in turning red. Or red face. Look at that. Who do you see? You see Trump. You see all so-called white people. You got a Google right there. Trump.
And a lot of you gooks are Edomites too.
A lot of y'all are crackers. Do race mixing, so-called race mixing.
Yep.
Type in red face, see what you get. Spelled it wrong. Keyboard acting up on us.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that. All Caucasian people. All Caucasian people. All the way down the line. Look at Brock Lesnar. Red faces, man.
It's a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't try to put them up there because those are brown people.
Mm-hmm.
Ruddy people.
Yep. Red faces. Click on that devil right there with the steam coming out. That's an Edomite right there. Look at him. Red. He's a lighter shade of red, which is pink. Which, of course, pink derives from red. It's basically a lighter shade of red. Yep. Esau's name was changed to Edom. Edom means red. That's Adawam in the Hebrew. Adam don't mean no damn red. Edom means red, not Adam. Red baby. Yep. Look at that. Look at that baby right there. Right there, right next to. Boom. That's how Esau came out looking.
Yep.
Red all over.
Yep.
Nobody seen nothing like that, man. This is like, damn.
Wasted away is here.
Wasted away.
Yep. That's not a.
That's a normal looking baby.
Yep.
Look at that devil right there. Look at that. It's Edomite. Like a damn pig. And we can get back to that story. And I ended off with one more scripture after this, man. Well, we probably got a couple more scripts. Genesis 2:5. And it said, back in Genesis 25, and the first came I read all over like in hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. After that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name, what was that? Shit. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 60 years old when she buried him, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. You want to expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, like you say, Esau's a cunning hunter. That's what he does. He's known for doing it. Jacob is a plain man dwelling in tents. He like to chill.
The crib.
Right, exactly. Like we always say, man, I'm going to the crib. I'm going to chill. We plain men. Let's double check that again. Hey, Google's your friend.
Man of the field. And we know who the true man of the field is, man. You should have typed in cunning hunter. So-called white people pop up. That devil love being out in the field, man. That's why they go camping. Here it is, you got big ass houses that you own, But you would go out into the woods and just play broke for a few weeks, man.
Yep.
Build tents.
Yep.
What you going out in the woods for? Cunning hunter. He hunting for sport, man. Not for food, he hunting for sport. Why else would you hunt a lion for, man? To put his damn head up on your wall. Damn. Look at that. With the Israelite boy dead at his feet. I killed my brother Jacob. Yep. Man of the field. Cunning hunter.
Look like Missouri shit.
Mm-hmm. It's Edomite. Look at that. Wild boar. Deer. And you check out a lot of these Edomite trucks, they always have that deer logo on their damn truck. Mm-hmm. That deer sticker, that deer head. That show you that the children of Esau, man. Like a damn truck I recently bought. These motherfuckers had the deer head sticker on the back of the window. I took that motherfucker off, man. On the back window.
Yep.
That show you that's in their spirit, man, to be hunters, cunning hunters. Them driving different animals to extinction.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that people, endangered species and shit.
Look at the brother. Look at the brother right there. That spirit of the brother popped up.
Oh, yeah,
I like watching that brother too.
New Yorker, yeah.
No, that's that was him too, New Yorker.
Jim as New Yorker.
I thought that was okay.
He's from Jersey, right?
No, that's the brother from he one of the brothers from Houston.
Okay,
One of the Houston brothers. A lot of time he be out there by himself. And it was a fox popped up. You know, Esau, the Lord called him a fox too.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn. Now, if I could read this real quick, man, unless you want to read some more of that story.
Now you got it out.
All right, this is Limitations 4 and 7. Because a lot of people run to this scripture and think they doing something. Limitations 4 and 7. Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy and body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. Because remember, white means pure in the scriptures. And that's not talking about the skin tone. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk, meaning how pure they was, how righteous they were. They were more ruddy and body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Now type in natural rubies, bro. Natural rubies. Rubies that have not been prepped up or whatever to look like they look when you get them in the store. Natural rubies. That you typed it in wrong, bro. Natural rubies. Let's see. Scroll down, son. Shit's a lot. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a second. They supposed to be brown, the natural ones. That's uncut and everything.
Like this.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. Uncut rubies, natural rubies. That's how they look, man, before you get to prepping them up to look the way they look when you get them in the store. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Let me read that again. Limitations 4 and 7. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk, meaning righteous. They were more ruddy and body than rubies. That brownish red tint, man. That brownish red color, man. They were more ruddy and body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Their visage, then it jumped to verse 8. Next verse. Their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaved to their bones as it is withered. It has become like a stick. Now, how the hell can the people go from white to blacker than the coal? That don't make sense. Yeah. When they say blacker than the coal, it's because of the famine, man. You get darker. So those are already dark-skinned people, man. Ruddy, reddish brown. You know what I'm saying? And then they got darker during the famine, man. And out there being in that damn sun all that time. You know? Because no so-called white person can really break that down. How the hell you go from being so-called white, whiter than milk, to being blacker than a coal? Come on, man. It make no sense. Matter of fact, this okay. Yeah, ruddy cow. Look, it's a brown cow with some red in there. With a little red hue in there. Look at them boys. They ruddy.
Yep.
They ruddy. Yep. They like to say King David was ruddy. Let's see what King David's son said he was, man. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. This is an easy lesson, man. You Edomites, man. Y'all lost your birthright, man. You can get that up. You can hang it up. Satan want to mess with the keyboard, but it's all right.
Yeah. Just working fine all day.
Mm-hmm. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Spelling it wrong.
Like it.
Sorry.
I had to pull it up this way.
Okay, this is Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. In the Hebrew, it would say, I am Quadar. Quadar meaning dark skin, man, but comely. It would say, I am Quadar, why? Quadar and beautiful, which is Yapa. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. And he had to shout out the women, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, dark skinned and beautiful, so-called black and beautiful. That's what King Solomon said, man. So how the hell did King David, as a so-called white man, bring forth a so-called black son that's very dark skinned? I am Quadar, dark skinned. If you could type in King David fresco of King David. And there's many more scriptures giving up scriptures on color now. We ain't gonna go into all of them. What a damn hunky, man. That's not how King David looked. Fresco. There you go. See it over there? Boom. Fresco of King David. And what year was that? What's that, a year on there?
1411.
1411. That's from the Dark Ages, man. When so-called black people was ruling. Ruling throughout Europe, Slovakia. When they was ruling through Europe, man. They was painting the images the right way. And that's how King David looked. You know? You can't tell me not one time in history where so-called black people took white Caucasian images and turned them into so-called black images.
No.
You can't do it. But you can tell me, you can go all day with how you crackers did that to our images, man. As a matter of fact, I'll leave it off on this. Painted the likeness. Painted. You finna get it?
Oh.
I love that fresco picture too.
Yeah, that's a good picture. I think I got that down. Look. What you look for?
I got it right here. First Maccabees 3:48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Exactly, man. Y'all painted the likeness of your images in our books, on our history. Look at that. Iconoclasm. That's one thing you devils use to destroy us, man. Painting over our images, man. Painting over the image of who the world knows Christ, which is a so-called black man. Painting over King David, painting over even the Most High's image. Painting over who the Israelites are. Making them look like so-called white people. Iconoclasm. Look at that. They go all black, man. Boom. Them images from the dark ages, man. You know? I'm going to get one more scripture. Get that Joel 9:24. We can leave it off on that. You can break it down, bro.
God, it's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, the judges being us, judge being Shaphat, us, the judges, because you have men set up to be judges. If not, where and who is he? Where and who is the wicked? Who covered the faces of the judges?
Iconoclasm.
God, who did iconoclasm? Who took the image of the Lord, which the scriptures talk about being bronze with hair like wool, and made it into a white man? Which they did that during the Renaissance, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, the rebirth of Esau, right? His deadly wound was healed.
Who cast out these floods of lies, created all these books, created all these falsified history, all this junk. Who did that?
Yep.
So-called white people.
You white people. Not us. We don't do that shit. Like your brother said, we don't take your images and make it into a black person and try to run with that. Mm-hmm. No way.
When did you ever see so-called black people paint Alexander the Great as a black man?
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
You can have all them.
You can have all them faggots.
Faggots, yeah.
Them Edomites, man.
Yep.
And he was a damn Edomite.
That's right.
Matter of fact, if I could, Alexander the Great, type in Google, Alexander the Great Edomite. We gonna leave it up on this, man. I didn't think this would be this long. Alexander the Great Edomite. He was an Edomite. All the Roman emperors were all Edomites. The Greek emperors were all Edomites. So that means the people were Edomites too. Alexander the Great. Let's see here, man. Because the so-called white people, you're not the original people of Europe. You're not the original people of Rome. You're not the original people of Greece. Those are dark-skinned people. Japhetic people. Edomite.
Look
at that. Look at it. Popped up. It popped up. Let's see. Great. He was Edomite also. You can scroll up to we scroll up to Edomite kings such as Alexander the Great. Scroll down some, brother. See, they're trying to get slick and shit now.
Yeah, they didn't cleaned it up and
his father was an Edomite. Therefore, that means he an Edomite.
Took our information down, huh? And then look, Google even put their stuff up too.
Yeah, they put that up there as a recommendation. If you want to speak a little bit.
Oh, God, no, it's like it says here. No, he was a Macedonian, right? Because Philip, his father, was Philip the Macedonian, but the Edomites, they had already begun because during the start of Rome and stuff, you had some Japhites in there still, but then once it went down, and Alexander started to conquer, he kicked all them Japhites out. If you weren't an Edomite, they were trying to conquer you, or he did have some Israelites who he was close to, who were in his army. That's what made Alexander the Great's army so strong. He had Israelites in his army. He had those damn sellout Israelites. And just because they moved Of course, they're not in Edom. They conquered. They went over to other places and they conquered those places. And they changed. Yes, he was an Edomite. Herod was an Edomite. All of the Romans were Edomites. Greeks, Edomites. So, you know, his brother probably had a source up there or something where it clearly said it, yeah. But now they start the purge of that information. So maybe it's on page 2.
I had that info too.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn, I had that info. See, Esau erasing a lot of stuff, man. Out this truth coming out. Used to be able to just go straight to that stuff.
Yep. Yep. They will put it under the video or something. Put the link or something. Yeah, the term Idumea derives from the Greek form of Edom. And it's clear Alexander the Great's Edomite because one of the things he did before he died, he went down to Egypt and he made himself Pharaoh. And then he started incorporating a lot of the Egyptian customs into the Greek customs. He's an Edomite. And that's not something an Israelite would do. Go to Egypt, you know, even the most wicked niggas, eventually the Most High got rid of them. But with Esau, he's always been fascinated with the different customs of the heathen. He's the chief tribe of wickedness. So all those things in the left hand, he loves that stuff. The pyramids, the obelisks. He went to these places and he recognized exactly what it was. All because he's the devil.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
It's locking out being able to find that too, man. Esau, he messing with a lot of stuff, man. He tampering with a lot of things, man. Getting rid of a lot of information, flushing it.
Okay.
Because the truth coming out too heavy, man. But you can't do nothing against this truth. All this propaganda you got on your damn internet, man, it ain't stopping the truth, man. Y'all gonna hit that kill switch, but that ain't gonna even stop the truth. That's just gonna fulfill prophecy. Amos 8 and 11. You up with deleting shit. That used to be easy as hell to find that Alexander the Great was Edomite. Now you gotta really dig for that, man.
Yep.
And we ain't got time right now to dig for it, man. So hey, we can shut it down, man. Hey, the Adamites, of course, she said it out of her own mouth with the Israelites, but the Israelites are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
You know? And the Lord only came for those people, and you do have so-called white people who actually are Israelites that are because they go back to the lineage of the so-called Negroes or Latinos, Native Americans, man, on their father's side.
Yep.
They're the only ones that actually are Israelites. Not you purebred devils, man. You crackers, you Edomites. Esau, Edom, that's you so-called white people. And that's easily proven. But leave it at that, man. You want to say something?
Nah, it's...
Hey, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Blessings to you, sincere bros. Death to America.
Death to America.
Kwame Yashua.